Hello and welcome to our wee rundown of the news today. I'm Duncan and I'll let everybody else introduce themselves because I'm lazy and I don't want to just introduce everybody.
I'm Lord Moore.
I'm Adam.
Basically, what we're just going to be trying to do here is just give you a wee quick overview on what has been happening. And we have got our inspirational leader has just joined us as well. Oh, and I think he's muted.
Yep.
1 second. I think that's what we need to talk on here. Basically, what we're going to be doing here is we're just going to go over what the news of today. This shouldn't be as long as our normal podcast. It should be a fair bit quicker. And so the big news of today, or one of the big news topics of today, was if this will work. It won't work because I haven't got it set up proper.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. Oh, you're messing about there?
No, I just forgot to turn my mic on, that was all.
Oh. So what we're going to have a wee quick look at is the Digital Foundry piece here. Does someone want to kick us off there? And I'll move down onto our article here.
Well, Adam, you wrote the article, so I'll let you have the first dibs.
Brilliant. Whilst I was doing some other bits and pieces, the video became apparent to me, and I had a quick watch. I've got to be honest, I didn't really read much of the article. But I mainly focused on the video because I wanted to actually watch the testing procedures and whatnot. And as you can see by the article that I've written, I found that the testing procedure, was a lot more fair than in previous iterations. However, I do feel that the only reason that we got this video was because of the backlash from the previous one, which in fairness was just terrible. It was like let's just keep throwing gasoline on the fire that is Stadia. But this one seems a lot more positive. I don't know what you guys think of it.
For me, I don't think they tested it in the wrong place, and the reason why they're doing it now is because other people have seen it now. That's what I said previously when the first video came out. They're only doing it now because there's wider numbers. They were just doing it for the clicks the last time, and now they've had to go in and do it a bit more fair, with less strain on the network.
Yeah, so I watched the video, and to be fair, I think this time around they've done a better job because at least where they've found negative results, they've tried to go back and say, well, okay, maybe it's us. Let's try a different approach. The only thing that could be misconstrued, in my opinion, is obviously the fact that they've had to remove everything from the Wi-Fi and completely clear up their network in order to get a decent connection on Stadia, which for the average Joe is not true. Most of us play just fine, but obviously in terms of their testing, they need to be able to granularize their tests a lot more to make sure they get accurate results. So there's that.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Dan. That obviously if they're going to be testing it, they need to do it quite thorough. So obviously, like I said, most people at home, they don't really have a huge amount of stuff going down their line anyway. So obviously stripping it off as much as possible obviously gives them the best chances for a home view kind of situation.
Yeah. So I think Ronil just put it there. The average Joe is not going to play on the Digital Foundry network, so that's practically what I said.
However,
off you go. Off you go.
What I was going to say is that I felt like they only did that to appease the Stadia fans because they did get a lot of negativity from, not necessarily me personally, but they did get a lot of negativity from our community. And what I've got to ask is, if they've done this time round, why didn't they do it in the first place? Surely that's proper journalism and proper. If you're going to be putting out tests on equipment, you need to do this stuff in the first instance. There's no point me buying an Xbox, for example, and then using, I don't know, some RGA cable, VGA cable to get it connected to my 4K TV, and then going, oh, it's not quite that good. It's not as good as they showcasing it, for example. So yeah, I feel like they should have done this the first time round.
I think the problem with the last video is it did it at the height of when everything was, everybody was panicking, like really panicking, and there was issues with everything. That internet was going up the left. It did it at the worst possible time, and I think they were just trying to get content out there just so that they could see the things. The video itself, there is still some things wrong with it. If you're going to go really nitpicky, they didn't even know that the Division 2 had Stream Connect as well, which is probably a bigger deal at the moment than Ghost Recon. So you can be really nitpicky if you want, but I think it was reasonably enough fair, and at least they've put their hands up and said, yep, we've messed up here slightly, but there must be something wrong with that network if it's causing all them issues on the Chromecast, because Chromecast, from 9 out of 10 people, the Chromecast works better than the internet for people.
Yeah, it does for me as well. And I actually, I know Adam wrote the article, but I actually added a little bit as well regarding the current climate of what we're going through at the moment in terms of COVID-19. And the fact that obviously it's that much of an issue that obviously Stadia themselves, as well as numerous other cloud live streaming platforms such as Netflix, have actually dropped the quality, as we know, of streaming in general. So there's always that to compete with as well. I know that one kind of seems like maybe we're clutching at straws just to kind of say, well, no, there isn't an issue, when, I mean, really there might be, but I think we have to take that into consideration still.
Big awkward pause there. I had this up.
I can see you doing something at the bottom of the screen, and I was wondering what it was. So
no, I'm getting up the next articles here that we're going to have a wee quick talk about. But yeah, they went back and tested it, and they actually went a bit more positive, and they are still highlighting flaws. But that is going to be the nature of Stadia going forward. You cannot go out and say that they're talking absolute nonsense, because it's not like an Xbox where it's going to be the same for everybody. Stadia is going to be different, and he could be at the worst possible point in the network in his location, so he's going to get the worst one, while other people are going to get a much better one.
Yeah, and it could be down to the individual street that person lives on as well. Because, I mean, when I had a BT engineer looking at our internet, he literally said that had I been a little bit further away, I wouldn't have been able to get the speeds that I'm getting now. Whereas if I'd have been closer to the exchange, I would have been able to get better speeds. So it could be everything as out of control as that for them.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's when there's negative articles and people saying that there's lag, it could be for them. Everybody is going to be different.
Yeah, the thing is, we have to take everybody's experience on their own merit. So there's going to be people, like you said, that it doesn't work for. And I think sometimes we're quick to kind of jump down those people's throats and say, well, actually, it does work because it works for us. And we have to be realistic and say, well, you know what I mean? It works for us, but it might not work for them. Now, some of those things might be able to be remedied. Others might not. I can't remember who exactly said it. I think it might have been Tommy or someone said that they've got a friend who has tried Stadia and he just cannot get it to work for them. He's actually tried all of the usual tricks and he just cannot get Stadia to work for them. So we have to obviously accept that it's not for everybody. And I'm pretty sure that when the likes of Netflix first came out, not everybody could stream at the highest quality consistently all day, every day. So these things will mature over time, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll just have to have patience that things will just get better. So, do you want to go on to the next topic here?
Go ahead.
Which is, yep, I'm just making sure I've got the right one loaded here. Oh no, you just don't want me. You definitely just don't want me. The next topic is the new pro deals and announcing MotoGP. So I'll just skim this down here. MotoGP is coming up Thursday for $50. Who wants to speculate how much it's going to be in pounds?
It never translates directly, does it? So
$49.99.
I'll go 35.
40 to
You mean as a
45,
pro
I'd say.
deal?
Ash, what the hell?
Oh,
Your mic's just turned into a tin can.
they shouldn't have done.
Sort it out.
I can't. It's literally on my phone.
Dragon Ball has got new features as well. Where's Raph when you want them so he can talk about Dragon Ball and all that sort of jazz? Does anybody play Dragon Ball? Or they can
I've
talk
not watched it, let alone.
I know there's a lot of DLC for add-ons for Dragon Ball, so I'm sure this will appease fans of the series.
And then we've got more pro deals turned up in Wolfenstein Youngblood. For me, that's still overpriced at 21 quid. It's god off. Or sorry, being a professional, it might grow on you.
It's difficult to enjoy.
Metro, that was a pro game for many of us.
Yep.
And there's DLCs on offer. It's actually good to see the DLC on offer for a change.
Yeah, I noticed that. This is the first time, isn't it, where it hasn't been a season pass.
And we've got the Division 2 here as well. And the expansions on offer. So the Division 2, even if we go back to the Digital Foundry article, that was the go-to game for them as well. I say that's the star game. And last, we've got Tommy's favorite game, Just Dance. Yes. Don't give people ideas with it being an offer. I got a horrible feeling someone is going to troll me and buy that and make me play it.
Yeah, and it's also worth noting as well that those deals are on until May the 6th, whereas the deals that you can see under the existing deals header there, they expire on April the 29th. So if you want to get them, you need to do it before that date.
Okay, is anybody thinking of getting any of them?
I think I've got all the games that I want on Stadia for the time being, so...
I already own most of them. I got a review copy of Wolfenstein yesterday, but I'm going to do it. I will get a review out. If it's not a good game, it doesn't deserve a good review. So, but yeah, I've already got the games that I want that are available on the deal, with the exception of Red Dead, but I can't justify £44 on a game that I only want to play it for the story mode because I can't transfer my online progress. Maybe you could buy it me as a gift, Ash.
We'll see.
Ash, say, come with me if you want to live.
Is it really that bad?
I'm laughing at all the comments in the comment section. You've been Androidified.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah. So
With yep,
there was another one about him sounding like the Terminator as well. Stadia talk.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, and as I said, I am going. It looks like I may be doing a Just Dance thing.
Yeah. Is that your wife in the chat?
Yeah. So It's fiance in the chat.
Fiance. Okay.
So, what do we feel about these? These are happening all the time, and they're really good offers. That the Division 2 one should be tempting a lot of people because that is the game. So, if you're just joined Stadia, I would jump onto that, jump on with some friends, and just see the Stream Connect feature. It can be game changing when not Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six Siege arrives onto Stadia. That could be a big feature. Oh, guess who's up to buy Just Dance now?
She's actually doing it. Oh, this is going to be fun.
No, this is going to be bad. So the Rainbow Six is coming to Stadia. It was a wee while ago, and that's going to be that. And I think...
Funnily enough, Rainbow Six isn't actually a game I've put on the website just because I couldn't find an official source for it being announced. Like, I know it was announced somewhere, but I couldn't find it, so I wanted to find it before I added it. But but yeah, I think, to be fair, the fact that these deals have come around, I mean, a lot of them have already been on sale before anyway. I think they keep giving people opportunity after opportunity to get the Division 2 for as cheap a price as possible. I think it's probably like something like £8 or something for the base game right now, as opposed to being £40 for when it's not on a sale. So if you're not taking advantage of these deals at this point in time, then I mean, what are you doing?
And if you're new to Stadia and you're not sure if you're fully invested in it, don't forget, if you buy one of these games at, let's say, the Division 2 at £8, and then you think, I'm not that fussed about playing Stadia anymore or subscribing to Pro, one day in 2, 3, 5 years down the line, you can come back to Stadia and play it again, no problem. No money required, just go on your browser. I mean, really, it's the best place to buy games if it's not a digital.
Well, don't forget, obviously, the refunding and whatever as well. So it's definitely a good idea to just try it, and the fact that a lot of people will be new to Stadia because obviously the base that's not core base dropped the other day, and a lot of people that have just jumped on the bandwagon of Stadia will have missed out on some of these deals in the past. So
yeah, and the number one, it is glorious as normal.
Yes. Just quickly then, while I'm active, it's like a lot of us predicted last week or the week before when base came out, that the following week they're most likely to do more deals to obviously encourage the new people, bring more people in, and that's definitely seems like what we're doing at the moment.
Yes, it's official. It's happening. Duncan's going to be playing Just Dance. I wouldn't taunt him too much because he'll somehow drag us down with him as well and get us to play it at some point. So,
yeah, I think we were discussing this with our beloved colleague who you should not subscribe to. That we may have to do it slightly different. We might have to do it on Twitter or something if it is to happen because of copyright reasons. But I think everybody should join in.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Be interesting to see how it all works.
Random Noob says we're doing a live stream afterwards. What do you guys think?
Of what?
Yeah, of what?
What would you like to see? Oh, does he mean of Just Dance?
What I can say with an absolute clear conscience, and it's not me trying to get out of this, I'm just about to have dinner, and I'm having another barbecue. So, and
you couldn't possibly dance on a full stomach, could you?
No, I couldn't dance while I've got a big fire going there.
That's why you're cooking?
No.
So I just want to highlight something in the chat that's popped up, which Adam mentioned, but no one's been able to confirm this. and there's an envelope in the Stadia app that lets you invite friends just in time for Stadia Super Saturday. Now, I'm not seeing an envelope, and it would beg the question as to why you would need an envelope, aka a buddy pass, if Stadia is free anyway.
Adam, my head is up my backside. Dan, I've got the article wrote ready to go on the website. It's just it just needs to be pushed out if everybody's happy with it, and it's just Stadia are actually learning. They're advertising.
Woo!
There's something wrong here. They're actually advertising that you can get 2 months of Pro for free. So yeah, I can't say his name, but I've got it in the article. I can't, is it? Or
I can't see, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's Charles.
Sorry. I've got him linked on the article as well. So that is ready to go.
Is that just a case of like it's just a standard invite link to say any of your friends you can invite them to Stadia?
It's basically exactly like the buddy pass. It's just
but just worded differently.
Yeah, it's basically invited away to your friends. It's not on my app yet, so I think it is rolling out as we speak. So you might not have it yet. And excuse me, we were trying to keep the stream a wee bit shorter, weren't we? Because we'll maybe delve into these for.
Yeah, we don't want to cover all the news before Thursday's stream. Which, if anybody hasn't heard yet, we are moving our roundtable podcast to Thursday at 9 p.m. GMT. I don't know what that is in other time streams. Duncan, do you know?
4 o'clock and
BST, by the way.
Yeah. Yes. We don't mention that. So it's 4 o'clock.
Usual time, just on Thursday.
Yeah, 4 o'clock and 1 o'clock. So that's on Thursday.
We want to leave ourselves something to talk about.
Yeah, we're trying to get more content out here on YouTube, so I think we might make these regulars, maybe sort of things. If there's some sort of news on the Tuesday, I think we're going to try and get things out around this time, like mini roundtables, and then maybe delve deeper on the topics we need to delve deeper into on the podcast. So the last article is GeForce Now has had some mixed fortunes over last night. Basically, they are losing some publishers again. This is not something to celebrate because it just gives some people more cloud gaming is going to die. But the ones that have lost is Microsoft, Warner Brothers, Codemasters, and someone say that for me because I'm awful with names. Klein, Koei, and Entertainment. So losing Microsoft, I don't think, is a big surprise because of xCloud. But Warner Brothers and Codemasters, they're both supporting Stadia, which is a bit interesting. And while Koei, they just seem to be, they're like a smaller sort of studio as far as I remember, and they do, what's the name of the game? It's just went out from my head. Don't Starve.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple of interesting points in this. But everybody's going to focus on them losing the studios, but the big points here is that they're actually linking GeForce Now, and they're partnering with the stores on PC, so they can say these games are available on GeForce Now. So click and away you go, sort of thing. So it looks like there's going to be something like the feature which is coming to Stadia, where you see a video, you can just hit, I want to play that now, and also, this is the big one here. They've got 1,500 games coming to the service, which people are going to say, yeah, that's all indies, but it's indie games matter as well. So what do you guys think?
I think we
still more than what Stadia have got at the moment.
I think we need to read between the lines of that 1,500 because, for example, I tried loading City Skylines once on GeForce Now. This is back when it was still in beta, and it was a closed beta, and it wasn't officially supported, and I don't believe it is now. And I had to install the game on their servers to be able to play it, and I had to do that every time I wanted to play it. Now that game, it's available on GeForce Now, but it's not supported by GeForce Now. So I'm a bit curious about whether they're actually going to have support from 1,500 games, considering they're losing all these massive publishers, or whether they're just able to put these games on the service.
See, the interesting one for me is Ubisoft are backing them to the hilt, just like they're backing Stadia to the hilt. They're saying Uplay, their client is going to be available. So for a monthly subscription of £20 a month, with that, and then around £20 a month, for the GeForce Now subscription and Uplay Plus, you've got all the Uplay Plus games at 1080 away you go on your PC. So it's going to be, I think it's something to watch. It's good. Stadia has competition. Stadia needs competition to improve itself. The storefront to watch here is the Epic Game Store, because as we know, Epic and Stadia don't seem to be playing nicely together at the moment.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, like you said, this isn't something to celebrate, because competition drives Stadia to become better, which is obviously what we all want anyway. I can't remember the phrase that Chase usually uses here. It will come to me at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, we obviously need to look at what they're doing as well, and that's why we decided to put this article out there. And I think going forwards, we're going to kind of be looking more at what the other cloud platforms are going to be doing. Up until now, we've tried to keep it strictly Stadia, but I think a lot of what's going on in general regarding cloud gaming does have an impact on Stadia, even if not directly. So expect to see a little bit more on that front from us as well.
Yeah, because we want to be the neutral source for all the Stadia news going forward. We can see a lot of people in the community love talking about the other cloud gaming people like GeForce Now and Project Tempo from Amazon. So I think we will put out some. We're not going to be a cloud gaming source, but we are going to branch off slightly. We're not going to be reporting every single piece of news, but if it's significant, I think we will from now on.
Yeah, if it has some impact on Stadia, then we'll report it.
I'm thinking we maybe should just wrap this up, because this is what is meant to be just like a smaller sort of show here today. Do you have anything to say, Ash, there?
In your robot voice?
Is it still robot?
Nope.
No,
Good.
but it's funny to say it.
Yeah, right, but no, for some reason the webcam's feed was frozen for me, so I wasn't sure if it was this dying again. Well, it's like I said before, with the whole GeForce Now, if you buy a game that you can't run but it can on there, as soon as the company leaves, like they have been doing again, that's it, you're essentially screwed for that game because you can't play it anymore. But I feel personally that a lot of those are leaving due to others leaving as well. They see like the bigger companies going, so they're like, well, if they're going, there must be something wrong. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with that.
Do we want one of my wacky predictions on these shows as well?
Go for it.
Just a quick one. Richard, I am, yes. Go ahead,
I'll go
Duncan.
EA on GeForce Now. Like
EA Sports.
Yeah, because they will know they don't have to build their cloud. They can just chuck it on there and they're still going to get the money. That is what they're going for. They're going for the bigger picture sort of thing. EA knows they don't have to build the cloud. It will just be on GeForce Now, and they can just sell their store or sell their games directly from the store.
Yeah. One thing I do want to kind of bring up before we wrap this up, I think it's only a small thing to talk about, so it shouldn't take too much time, and that is the fact that Google are advertising Stadia on the homepage now. I think I can't remember who wrote that. Was it Tommy? No, Ash, you did.
Hello.
So yeah, I don't know if I've not seen it personally. It just says something about NHS at the moment, but
yeah, that's the same one for me.
Advertising Stadia on the Google homepage now, where you get the Google Doodle.
Yeah, and maybe just the States, or it may be
I know, I
just.
saw it this morning.
What was that, Adam?
I saw it this morning. It was up on my. It was. Oh, I can't remember now, but it was up on my Google homepage this morning.
You could just cycle through every few hours then.
Also, I wanted to quickly add something. Stadia Super Saturday. Come on, guys, get that hashtag going.
What's that? What's Stadia Super Saturday?
Well, that is at the moment it's 23 hours of community live streaming, and obviously there's plenty of opportunity for audience participation. So you never know, individual streamers may have various drops and things like that they may wish to provide, but yeah, definitely get it streaming, because the new people to Stadia, they don't know who to watch yet, and this is the best of all worlds, really. It's little snippets of everyone, and maybe next time round it'll be even bigger. Maybe we'll have 48 hours. God, that'll be a logistical nightmare. But anyway, get it trending.
I'm still watching 48 hours in. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The last Stadia Super Saturday was a massive success, and we've got a wider audience now, what with the new people coming to Stadia, and they probably still don't know exactly who are the best YouTubers and the best content creators, and they're still kind of working out the favorites. So yeah, it's just another way to highlight them all and say, here's what's on offer. Here's the buffet, so to speak, as Chase always likes to put it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good event, and we didn't anticipate it was going to be this quick, but we just thought, because of all the circumstances, it felt like it was the perfect time to do it. So please come on and watch.
Always a perfect opportunity to get all the everyone together.
Yeah, and by the way, check out Eddie's channel there. He's just posted there, and order yourself a case, because they are spectacular and well worth it.
I haven't actually done my official unboxing yet, so it's still kind of in the packet. I actually thought it was something else, so I opened the packet, but yeah, it's still fresh, and I'll be doing an unboxing video, or an unpacking video very soon, so absolutely go and check them out. I just want to comment on something, Richard, as well. Sorry, that's the wrong one. You asked about the BT Home Hub. If you want to get in contact with me privately, I can discuss that with you. If you need any tips on how I've got mine set up as well, I can help you with that. So just drop me an email or drop me a private message. So we're about done for the stream.
Yes, I think we are. I was just going to mention that we're going to be trying to up our content in all fronts now. Stadia has now kicked off. There is news, there's everything. So please subscribe to us if you haven't on here. Follow us on Twitter, follow us, or put your RSS feeds into our website. We're trying to pump out more content more regularly now. So we're hoping for it to be a bit more varied as well.
And if you have any suggestions as well, just shoot them our way, and we'll take them into considerations. We've had a few about some of the content we've put out recently, so we've taken that into account as well. So all suggestions welcome. So yeah, anything else to add, guys? We're just going to sit staring at one another until the stream ends.
Stay home, play Stadia, save lives.
I will stare.
Don't subscribe to Stadia Arcadia. It has to be said in every stream.
Right, thank you for being with us tonight, folks. And don't forget, Thursday night we will be doing our usual roundtable, and we'll discuss these things in a bit more detail. And obviously, we'll try and get like other member of the team, such as Tommy's opinions as well. So we'll see you then.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's how for now.